Hi friend, in this video we will be discussing about object models in PowerShell. We will learn about object based shell. We will also see what is an object and we will see one commandlet called getMember. So now let's start the video. So first of all, object based shell. Why it is called object based shell? So it is the shell where everything is represented as an object. So whether we get output of any commandlet, so that output also will be considered as object. Or if we create any variable, so that will be also considered as object. An object have basically two type of things in it. First is data fields and second is procedures. We call data fields as properties and we call procedures as methods. So properties means we will come to know what are all those hidden information an object have, and methods we will come to know what else we can do on any object. And when we put properties and methods together, then it is called as members. So when we talk about members, so both the things will come together, properties and methods. And now we will see what is an object. So object is an instance of a type. So type is nothing but blueprint and object is instance of the type blueprint. And type represents a construct that defines a template of members. So when we create any type, so it will have all the definition of properties and methods, and using object only we will be able to fetch those properties and methods inside type. Object is also structured data that is more than just the string of characters appearing on the screen. So when we create any object, it will not have all the information displayed on the screen. It will have hidden information in it, and whenever we require any particular information, then we can fetch information or method of any object as per our requirement. An object also combines similar information and capabilities into one entity. So as we discussed in last slide, that object will have two type of things in it. First will be properties and second will be methods. So here information refers to the properties and capabilities refers to the methods. Since both are inside object only, so that is the reason here it is telling into one entity. And now we will see about this commandlet called getMember. So this commandlet displays properties and methods of any particular object, and properties are nothing but columns of information. So object will have a lot of information in it, so those information are called properties. And whatever the actions we can take on any particular object, so those actions are called methods. And this commandlet is basically used in pipeline. So whenever we want to know what are all those properties and methods we can use for any particular object, then in pipeline we can use this commandlet. And now we will try some hands-on so that we can come to know how we can use some commandlets and we can get some practical knowledge on this one. I have opened PowerShell ISE. Now we will be trying some examples here. Here first of all I have used commandlet called getChildItem and I have given the path C windows update.log. So using this commandlet I am trying to fetch this particular log file, and after getting the output we want to know here what are all those properties and methods this output contain. So to get that one, I have used commandlet called get member after pipeline, and this will give us two information. First is type name. So whenever we fetch any file information, so that is of the type system.io.fileinfo. So when we want to know the type, then we can check this line after using this command. And now this output contains three columns basically. First is name, second is member type, and third is definition. So in name we will know all the methods and property for this particular output object, and in member type it will be classification of the name, whether it is method or it is property. And in the third column we will know in detail about the definition of each of the methods and property. Now let's move to other example here. I have used commandlet called get file hash, and I have given the path of the file, and after that I have used one parameter called out variable, and I have given the name of variable. So whatever the output we will be getting, so that will be stored into this variable CSV hash. And when we use the parameter out variable, so output get stored in variable, and that is also displayed on the screen. So that is the reason we are getting output in screen as well. Now after using the variable name, again I have used get member commandlet. So this variable is also nothing but object, and using this commandlet we are trying to fetch all the members of this object. So let's check what are all those members it contains. So these all are methods. What else we can do in this object? So it is equal get hash code, get type, and to string. And after that we have note property in this one. So that is algorithm, hash, and path. So these are nothing but hidden information in this object. So when we print the object, then only we will come to know about this type of information for any object. Otherwise it will not be displayed on the screen every time. And now if I want to fetch the value of any particular property, then I will use the dot notation. So you can see here that we have one node property for this object, and if I want to fetch the value of this property, I will use dot notation. So first of all I will use the variable, and after dot I will be using the property name. So whatever the information it contained, it will be displayed on the screen. You can see it here. Now let's move to other example. This example is very similar with the previous one. Here only one difference is I have used parenthesis here. So I have opened parenthesis and I have closed parenthesis, and I have put entire command with its parameter in parenthesis, and I have used get member as we had used it previously, and in this case also we are getting same output. So there is no difference between the previous one and the new one. Here I have not stored the commandlet output into any variable, but straight away I have used dot notation here, and I got the output for particular property. In previous example, first we had stored into any variable, Then from variable we had used the property name to get its value. So we can also use like this if we want to fetch value of any particular property. Now let's move to other example here. It seems here that this process is not available. So when we start the CMD, now we will try to execute this command once again. So I have used same command here, and after that we will call method called kill. So as soon as we execute this line, so the process CMD will be stopped. So as soon as we executed, now if we try to fetch the process once again, so we will be getting error. So now we can see that we are getting that cannot find a process name with CMD. Now we will try other example here. So I have used one commandlet called getDate. Using this commandlet we get current date of the system. And if we want to fetch the member of this one, so again we can use the commandlet called getMember. So the getDate contains these many members. So it has lot of methods and properties as well. So out of this, if I want to know only about the type, I don't want all these information. So here instead of using pipeline, I will use parenthesis here, and after dot notation I can use the method called getType. So we will come to know the type of particular output of the commandlet. So getDate commandlet gives output of the type datetime. So here we have tried some examples and we have understood how we can use getMember commandlet to fetch methods and properties. We have also seen how we can call methods for any particular object. Now let's move to other part of this topic. End of this topic, and we have explored about object based shell. We have also seen what is an object, and we have seen about getMember commandlet, and at last we tried some hands-on example. So I hope this was helpful to you, and that's all in today's video.